Good evening. Welcome to the Professor Do Show on this Wednesday. I hope your day has been okay. Mine has been okay on this Wednesday. Just continue with my schoolwork. So now, today I want to talk about crazy African girls. Yes, crazy. So yesterday I was minding my own business. Then outside my window, it was around 10 p.m. There was some commotion. I go to the window slowly. I look out, I see three people, two ladies, one gentleman. So the two ladies, in fact, all of them looked drunk. So let me tell you, there was the lady, one of them was plus size. She had on a tight trouser, a top, and she was brown. And then we had the other lady who was chocolate skinned, had on a short dress. She was a chocolate. All of them had jackets, but the one with the plus size, you'll see a tight trouser and a small top. Back in the day, we used to call them tumbo cut. In Swahili, it means midriff. So her midriff was showing. We used to call them tumbo cut, those tops that show your midriff. So I listened a bit. So that plus sized woman who's brown was telling the gentleman was called Brian. She was shouting at him, telling him to go home. Because the gentleman, from what I heard, was trying to convince the ladies to accompany. He had parked his car next to them. Maybe they were drinking, I don't know. So the conversation went on for a while. And one thing I noticed about the ladies, they have said they were drunk, especially that plus size lady was really drunk. She was shouting, making noise. The other lady was also drunk but silent. So the gentleman entered his car and went away. Now I came and sat down. Then 1 hour later, it's nearly, I think, midnight. They're still outside there. I go check again. Now that so-called plus-size lady in the tight trouser and a midriff top is shouting, trying to call someone on the phone to come and pick her up. No one is picking up. Her friend is just there also moving up and down, trying to look for I don't know what. But now what really got me thinking, that's what I'm saying, crazy African girls. These two girls, they were in their late 20s, from what I saw, and they were really drunk. So I was thinking to myself, I started imagining, if you are a young girl, and in your late 20s, and you become a drunkard, an alcoholic, you are destroying your life. Alcoholism is the worst thing to a woman. Let me give you an example. If you are a drunk woman, you go to a club, and then you cannot help yourself, someone will pick you up and go even molest and rape you. Or even you'll be killed. We've heard stories of young girls, they go to club, they get drunk, someone picks them up, a stranger goes and rapes them, molests them, and even murders them to hide the evidence. You understand? So if you're a young girl below 30, avoid alcohol. That's what I'm saying. Crazy African girls. Why do you drink? It's a known fact that most women cannot handle alcohol. In my youth, there's a time I drank myself silly, but I still walked home, and that was the last time I tasted alcohol. Because alcohol can destroy you. If you're a young girl, avoid alcohol. That's what I'm saying, crazy African girls. Alcohol will destroy you. It will make you lose a job. It will make you even lose high-valued men. Because no man wants to be with an alcoholic woman. How will she be a good wife? How will she take care of the children as a mother? How will she help herself? I've had families whereby the mother is drunk and the father is drunk. The children turn up into drunkards. We grew up with such a girl. The mother was a drunkard. The father was a drunkard. When he finished school, the girl became a prostitute. Left home, became a prostitute, died of HIV. Those days before now, they came up with these cures of HIV. So that's what I'm saying, crazy African girls. If you're a young girl, avoid alcohol. Alcohol will destroy you. It will make you lose your value. Society does not forgive a drunk woman. And actually, women who are alcoholic, they can't keep jobs because they will get into depression and commit suicide. Even men, alcohol is bad. So if you're a young woman, let's say you're 23, ensure that you avoid alcohol and keep your value. Because if you're an alcoholic woman, you'll be sleeping with every Tom, Harry, and Dick. Your value will go down. You see, as men who have a radar, for weak women, loose women. When you go into the club, you can just see a loose woman. She goes there, buys a soda or a drink, a cheap drink, waiting for men to buy a drink. And these men are clever. They'll buy for you a drink, they'll get you drunk. In fact, they won't be drinking. They'll call a lot of bottles of liquor on the table, maybe expensive liquor, and then they start drinking. Well, now the woman, they'll just drink one bottle, where the woman will take maybe several and get drunk. And then the man will take, the stranger will take the lady home, molest her and leave her there. And even some of them are taken into cheap lodges. So they take her to a cheap lodge. Before it reaches morning, the man goes into car and disappears. Now the woman remains there. Maybe she's left with some small money. Can even give her $50, even $30 for transport. So she leaves in the morning. In shame, she has covered her face, wearing maybe a cape, and goes. Well, the man, most of the time who are married men, they call them rascals. A rascal is a man who always takes advantage of weak women or loose women. Takes them to club. Most of the time, these rascals are married men. They take them from the club, they take them to a lodging or a cheap hotel. They have sex with them, give them small money. Because at the time that woman is drunk. If you leave out some small money, maybe $30 for transport, gets into his car and goes home to his wife. Now that girl wakes up in the morning, and then now she has to dress herself. When she is leaving, she has to hide her shame because everyone knows what she's doing there. Cheap. But if you are a young woman and you are below 23, listen to me. Be a virgin. Or if you have had a relationship with men, ensure they are not more than 3. Or not more than 3. A woman who has a relationship with more than 3 men loses her value. So if a woman, you are a virgin, or you have intimate relationship with 3 men and less, your value is up. Men have a radar that identifies women who are feminine. Because first of all, that woman, the way she's dressing, should be modestly dressed. She'll be active in positive things. Maybe the church, she goes to church every Sunday. She participates in the church, the choir, she's active. You know, they always say some of these women who are loose, they go, after they play the field, when they reach early 30s and the biological clock is winding down, they go to church. Yes, but they cannot be active in all the activities. They won't even sing in the choir. They just be sitting there to get a brand, a cheap man, a lazy man that they can get and convert into a husband and do a wedding, and now the man is trapped. So this virgin woman or a woman who has had few intimate relationships, she'll dress well, she'll be active in church, she'll develop a skill, maybe cooking, baking, tailoring, content creation, the way I'm doing. And the men will have a radar to identify her, this is a wife material. Because she has confidence in herself, she's protecting something. And one thing most important, she should avoid the so-called bars and clubs. A woman who goes to a club and a bar in my view, is a weak woman. Because at the end of the day, you're not like men. Men go to bars to drink and get to lay women, to get cheap women to go and sleep with. I was young, I did those, we saw it. You get a woman to get her drunk, she doesn't understand herself. You go sleep with her in a lodging, and sometimes others will just leave them there. You don't even leave them money. So the woman is walking home at night, in the morning, with no money. Or she's taken into a man's home. When it reaches the morning, when she's kicked out, she has not been paid, starts making commotion in the neighborhood. And in fact, most people in the neighborhood will turn on the woman. Because as a woman, she must have value in herself. A woman must be a virgin. A woman must have few intimate relationships. That's how we even look at our mothers. I remember my grandmother and my grandfather. I had a story. My grandmother got married to my grandfather. They were both late when she was 16. My grandfather that time was 19. And that was the first man she has ever had intimate relationship with them. You know, those days, there used to be too much freedom destroys a society. These days, a woman wants to play in her 20s, sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Now she reaches 30, she wants to get a stupid man who's desperate. Those marriages don't last. Because sooner or later, the man will know, will see the true colors of the woman. A drunkard, loose, sleeping with anyone, even sleeping with the shamba boy, sleeping with the watchman. So if you are a woman, defend your purity as much as possible. You'll get a high value man. Who's a high value man? A man who has first of all, a good job, a good business, has his own house, not rental. When you rent, you cannot look after a woman well and children. Has maybe land, he has investments, one or two here and there. Like when I look at my grandfather, he had land, he had his own houses. Those people used to build those grass houses, but that was a house. And then cattle, large tracts of land that his children later on, my father's uncles inherited. You understand? So how value man who has his own house, his own land, also a car, will marry you and will have a good life with your children. In fact, when such a woman who is a virgin or who has had few intimate relationship with men gets a high value man, she develops. She'll have children, she'll be a good wife, she'll start her own business, maybe, I don't know, whatever she wants, maybe culinary company, maybe catering company, a school. She'll start her own small company because she's taking care of the children. Her mind is opening. Her children don't have, this the so-called working women. They leave their children with maids. The children are disturbed psychologically. Imagine a child of 2 years being left with a maid. He or she doesn't understand who this is. That's why you find even children have attachment to the maid than the mother. If you are a man and your woman has to work for you to sustain a family, then don't get married. Be free, like those women who are there outside my house yesterday. Be free, drink, sleep with anyone. A woman should get a man who has his own house, has a business or a job that can sustain all of them, so that when the children are growing up, this woman is taking care of the children in the home until they join school. These days schools is good. Students stay in schools from morning to evening. They are brought back in the evening. So by the time the woman comes, the children are there. The children find her in the house. That time the children have joined school, the woman can be free to what to do. But you have a 2-year-old, 2-month-old baby that now you are chasing a job. Well, if you want a family, get a man who can sustain you until the children are big enough, and then now you can go and chase your career. Look at Serena Williams. She played all her life tennis. When she reached early 30s, she got a very rich man. That man is rich. What does she do? She stays in the home these days. And the husband now is the one who is chasing, is a businessman. Top-tier businessman. These ones who fly those nice planes. You understand? So if you are a woman, preserve your purity, avoid alcohol. Don't sleep with them, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Devalue your value, and high-value men won't marry you. High-value men, they know the women they target. Women who are modest, dress well. Women who are virgins, they have a radar to identify, or who has few intimate relationships with men. You see, when a woman has many intimate relationships with men, maybe even more than 3 or 4, she loses that value. She's loose. She's chaotic. She drinks too much because she's frustrated. Because you see, what happens with these women who think they're clever, in their 20s, they're wasting them around, drinking from one bar to another, sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. When they reach in their early 30s, they get desperate. So when they get desperate, they end up getting rascals. So he gets a married man to have a children with him. But now this married man is loyal to the wife. Even if you have children, you take him to court to take care of them, he won't care. Because at the end of the day, he has his own family. You will have here that one child, you destroy that Kaliam. Maybe if it's a son, is a Liam, turns out a gay man. If it's a girl, maybe turns out a prostitute. Because a child needs stability. Father, mother, a home, stability. You see? So now you get married to a man, because you have reduced your value, the man is also chaotic, he's also struggling. So maybe, in fact, what happens in this relationship, when a woman passes 30, they reach 35, let's talk of 35 and above, they usually get a very young Ben 10. A guy who has finished college or school, has not found a job, still living with the parents. So you find this woman as a getaway ticket to riches. So what does the young man do? Goes and lives in the woman's house. Now, you see the problem with living in a woman's house, you suffer. You can't even you cannot even ask for water. You say you're making noise. You understand? So this man will pretend to be loyal to the woman, but he's outside there, he's having relationships, and those marriages don't last. One day that maintained, as most men do, will mature. Will wake up, no, this arrangement is not good for me. Even if they're married, he will divorce him, divorce the lady, and go and look for a younger woman. Because a man is a leader. A man should lead, not a follower. Any union whereby the man is a follower will fail. Look at our presidents. Tell me any president in the world where the woman is above him. Even look at Obama. Yes, Michelle was educated. But when he became president, Michelle Obama went down. First lady, it was Obama. Barack Obama was in the lead, even the relationship. You see the power dynamics. It was Obama who had the power, who was moving things, who was influencing where the family moved after he left the presidency. He's the one who influenced the family to move to another place, Miami, where he grew up. You understand? So in this power dynamics, that's what I'm talking about crazy African girls. When a woman is a drunkard, she cannot lead a home. She cannot be in a home. She cannot lead her children. Because for a woman to lead, she has to be led by a strong man, a man of value. So these crazy African girls have no order in their lives, no authority. They left home. They don't even visit. I'm sure those women who are standing outside my window, don't even visit their parents. They don't know if their parents are even alive. They drink from morning to evening. A woman who drinks from morning to evening is a weak person, because alcohol is for weakness. It doesn't mean you can drink once in a while, that's good. But imagine you're drinking from Monday to Friday, you're sleeping with every Tom, Dick and Harry they have said and repeated. Your value depreciates. A woman, in my view, for the way I was brought up, when a woman is a virgin, she'll get a high value man. That's the way it is, and it will always be. And if that doesn't happen, because these days people lose their virginity when they are still not mature in the head, if she has had very few intimate relationships with men, not more than 3, she'll be able to connect to the man, a high value man. She'll start a family. Maybe the man, they have said, has his own good business, has his own is employed in a good job, which earns good money, has his own house, has his own car, has his own land. And even if he doesn't need to have a car, a man can be living in the village and he has a good house, permanent, there's solar lighting, he has land where he does proper farming, maybe poultry farming. So year round, he doesn't be like he's relying on one thing. There's the farm that's producing crops, there's poultry farming, he has learned a skill, maybe he's a welder, he's there, he has opened his own small shop where he does welding for the people, or he's a plumber, he's a mason, or if he's a teacher, he has opened his own. He doesn't just rely on government salary as a teacher, he has opened his own small nursery school, where he's the director. That nursery school is earning him money, and then he has his farm. So this so-called value, man of high value in the village, apart from having the land, house, having the farm, he has a skill that everyone wants him. Imagine someone is a teacher, he knows plumbing. So when he's not teaching, he's being called for plumbing jobs all over. He's earning money. You understand? It's the wife who marries, the wife will live well because there's money in the home. The children are eating well. They are even healthy. All those people in the villages now who are clever, they're even living better than people in town. Here in town, you go to a place, you live in a slum, there's no sanitation, crime everywhere. But in the village there, maybe they're living in a secure place, there's a police station there, the people know each other, they protect each other. His compound, he has a wall, dogs there, no one can enter there. The children are safe, the wife is eating well. She doesn't need to go and work. She can help in the farm, look after the children. High value men. That's what I'm talking about women who drink. They have something wrong. They're hiding from someone, from something. They have refused to make themselves high value so that they get high value men. If they're drinking, prostituting, they're crazy African girls. This is the Professor Dor show. If you like what I'm saying, my mobile number is down there. Send something. And I've avoid, if you are a young man, avoid these crazy African guys who are drunkards and prostitutes. And as I always say, Gwaheri ya kuonana, Gwaheri.